Welcome back, Valkyries fans. Well, that sucked. I'm quite sick to my stomach after watching that game. I was worried about this game. It being away, and Dallas has been played better their last game. They almost beat the Aces, and we have basically, let's see, three of our starters are not there. They're over in Eurobasket. So you have a team putting in players that, they played the preseason together, but there's no cohesiveness with the players that are subbed in yet. So, but we still, we had a lead in the fourth quarter and then couldn't make a basket or couldn't, there was a lot of passes that were ill-advised, and somehow Dallas was hacking away. I'm not someone that's going to blame the officials. There's too much of that going around anyway. And, the officials are what they are. And you still got to play. You still got to make a basket. If they had made just one or two of those shots down the stretch, this is we eke out a win. But they just, when they had the lead and then they just couldn't follow through. It was like, build on that. Dallas would come back. And, Paige Beuckers was, player of the year. She's a first draft pick. She's a very good player. And she was getting those just drive and then little shots by the foul line. And then Arike was hitting those deep threes. It's like when she starts doing that, I said that in the pregame, if she's hot, and she's been playing better for them within the game. She's not doing that 1-on-5 stuff that she used to do. But I still wanted to get out of there with a win, and now we're going to have to face Indiana. And they beat Connecticut, but Connecticut was right with them until the fourth quarter. But there was a lot of hacking and a lot of stuff going on in that game. I'll cover that in a different video. But as far as the Valkyries go, we lost 71-80, and it was like 70-76 for a long time, it seemed like. We got outscored in the first, then came back in the second and the third. We outscored them both in the second and the third, and that gave us the lead. We had the lead. We just had to build on it, and instead we threw these ill-advised passes and then just couldn't hold on to the ball and get a rebound, and then somehow they'd slap it out of our hands. But we only scored 14 points in the fourth. Dallas scored 22. And there's the game right there, right in the fourth quarter. Oh, it was hard to watch. So Dallas got contributions from, more than just Arike had 19 and Paige Beuckers had 20. Arike didn't shoot particularly well. She was 36%, 37 from three. But the couple threes that she did make they weren't daggers, but they were like, crap kind of things. Hines Allen ended up getting post up on Carla Late a couple of times. I don't know. I understand why that happened, but they've got to switch back. And then this is something, the stuff that I saw today was stuff they were doing early in the season. And that makes, it makes sense with the way the team was in the first thing in the part of the season and in the preseason. You're seeing, but you have those same players. You don't have the players that we had that are now in Eurobasket. But, we missed Temi. I was worried about that because she secures the center. And, Mo Billings gave a great effort there, and she scored, I think, 18 points. I'll look here in a minute. But it just wasn't cohesive enough. It was, hitchy. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a better word than that. But it wasn't good enough. To bottom line. So this Charles that they just picked up, she had 10 points. Carrington had 8. I'm looking at 3 points. They didn't shoot particularly well from 3. It seemed like they did, though. Like when you watch the game, it seemed like they would get a key 3-pointer at a time. And Alyssa Smith had 10 rebounds. So, if Temi's in there, she's not doing that. I can pretty much guarantee that. Hines Allen had 6. So she had 9. Hines Allen had 9 points. Smith had 6. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. I thought if we could keep if we had just kept the other players from, getting these extra points, we probably would have won. But it was mainly, I thought it was more our problem. We threw the ball away too much. Although we only had like 50, it was only 15 turnovers. It felt like 25. Kayla Thornton had 17 points. She shot 45%. But she kind of disappeared there for a while in the second half. She was, we needed her to really pick it up then. And Monique Billings she did pretty well, but she kind of disappeared in the second half too. They were more, if they had just kept that force together that they had periodically, but it wasn't all the time. But we had 4 players in double figures. It's not like Tiffany Hayes had 10, but she shot 3 for 10. But it's her first game back, so I'm not going to, I'm not doing that at all. Ami here had 14, but she lost the ball I don't know how many times. She'd get the rebound and somehow it would get taken out of her hands or it was a jump ball. She got a couple of key offensive rebounds and then just couldn't go back up with it. Or just didn't. I don't know if she was so swarmed that she couldn't, but something that really hurt us, Burton only had 4 points. Carla Late only had 8. That's a problem. Those two needed to play better than that and score more. Burton was 1 for 8, and Carla Late was 2 for 6. So, I just hope that this doesn't come back and bite us later in the season. This was a winnable game. It was definitely a winnable game, and they just couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it. I'm hoping that, Thursday Indiana's going to be coming with this team, without the other players. It's going to be rough, but, Indiana almost got in fistfights in their last game, so, with our defense, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. Because Connecticut was all over them, and they didn't like that at all. Which, if you're playing, you don't like somebody right in your face. So, anyway, we're going to have to just suck this one up and move forward. Okay, everyone have a good night.